Le chemin du roi. The king's path has already been chosen. Drink responsibly.
We live at House of Fresh, ATL. This is episode 13 with my man Squeak. Chop Talk. We live.
Lucky number 13.
Yes, sir.
What up, champ?
I appreciate you, my brother.
How
I
you
appreciate
doing,
you, man.
Thanks
It's
for
a
the
beautiful
invite.
thing, man. I don't people really overstand your tenure in the game and how I met you. You know, I met you through our brother Drummer Boy.
Correct.
Back in 2007, man. And I want to tell you that the level that you carry yourself and the way you're very direct and how you handle yourself is something very rare that we can't find amongst each other.
Appreciate it.
What was it? First time I met you is when I booked drum at Kamal's 21.
Yep. That's
2007.
Yeah.
That was the first time.
That was the first time.
And it's been history ever since.
And we got to, matter of fact,
Yeah.
we got to talking about motorcycles because you had a bike then.
Yeah, Buell X1 Lightning.
Yeah, we got to talking about motorcycles and the different bikes, that I had and stuff like that.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
For people that don't know, Squeak, me and you've had a lot of great conversations,
Yep.
in your history, just in the music game. We've had conversations about Noontime, Give people an idea of what Atlanta was like at that time, like both musically and the streets and just the vibe, the energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see, during that time, the music and the streets went hand in hand.
Correct.
It was like a music video.
Correct.
Like every night was like a music video.
Wow.
You go out and stuff like that. Being in the studio was like one big video. When you got guys like Jazzy Faye,
Correct.
Brian Michael Cox, Teddy
Correct.
Bishop,
Correct.
Dan, J Dub, Donnie Scants. Then you have Jonte. Jonte at the time was young teenager. Wow. All of us was young, but he
of
was
course.
Him and Brian were the babies in there. And
Wow.
The who's who would come in.
Wow.
Any given day. So it felt like a party like every day. But you're working. There's a lot of hard work in there.
Of course. What was your responsibilities at that time with Noontime? Were you managing the studio, or were you more A&R, or what was your role, or you played several roles?
Played several roles. First time, when I first got there, it was, you started at the bottom, worked your way up.
Correct.
I was learning with engineering with AJ. AJ was the head engineer there.
Wow.
So he was taking care of pretty much everything at Noontime during that time as far as the engineer.
Correct.
So end up doing that. I was just shadowing him around different sessions and stuff like that. Then I started doing a little bit of sessions and stuff like that. I wasn't getting the hang of it like that. But the fact that I was there every day, I took the opportunity, because I saw the opportunity. I'm like, hold up, man.
That's
sitting here around this and this and this and this and that.
You gotta soak
I need
up
to
some
take
of
the
it.
advantage of it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And by doing that, Noonie was like, he paid attention to it. He was like, man, why don't you just run the studio?
That's strong.
So by running the studio, I got to deal with all the different labels.
That's hard.
And by running the studio,
Yeah.
not only was I dealing with the different labels,
Correct.
I was able to deal with all the studios in Atlanta. So now I'm dealing with the studio. I build my relationships with all the different studios: Doppler, Patchwork, Stankonia. It was a couple other ones. Astro. It's called Astro now. I forget the name when it was first. During there. So I built my relationship with those studio managers and studio owners and studio engineers.
Priceless relationships.
There you go. So then I was able to go to any studio I want to without being on a list, without anything like that.
Automatic entry.
Automatically entry, man. You know what I'm saying? So it was
That's a blessing.
Like, it wasn't like what you doing here. It was like, oh, okay.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
They already knew. Face
already
card
knew.
strong.
Because I would go in there to do what I needed to do and then leave. And back then,
no
it was
lingering
like,
around, all that extra shit. Yeah,
exactly. So bringing reels, bringing sessions and stuff like that. Do what I do, then boom, I'm out.
It was a story you told me one time. It was a dope story. It's like, I can't remember what artist it was. I think it was a track that you told me they had recorded there, and you had to go back and dig to find a track. I don't know if it was Luda.
It was Jazzy and Luda.
Yeah,
area codes.
That's it.
Couldn't find the record. It was on Pro Tools.
Correct.
Couldn't find the session.
Correct.
The session was unnamed.
No, unnamed?
Unnamed. It was unnamed. And
Oof.
it just had the date. And that's how I found it. But I had to go to 2 different rooms, studio rooms, and go through all the Pro Tools sessions to be like, okay, we know this is Jazzy.
Damn.
Then go through it. What's the date? So what I finally did was figure out the time frame of it. And when I figured out the time frame and pushed play, it came on. That was my first check in the music industry.
That's strong right there.
Yep. Luda and what's my man's name at the time? Luda's right-hand man was what was his right-hand man name? I forgot what his name is, man. But anyway, hit me up and he was like, man, hey, I got to give you a check.
Correct.
He gave me the check. And on a check, when you write a check out, you write what it's for.
Yeah.
And he put for finding a dope-ass song.
Because you know they ain't got the patience to do it. And they ripping and running, recording, partying, they doing their thizzle. It takes somebody with some
and that's what happened.
patience.
You know what I'm saying? You did a song like that, and that, you talking about, man, you doing something like that, you like, okay, as soon as you finish it, you right back into party mode.
And that record was a smash, too.
Smash.
Because what it is, they didn't end up going, I can't even remember.
I can't remember it. I mean,
I know it had to go platinum at least.
Yeah.
For
and
sure.
During that time, it was so much going on.
Yeah.
As far as us making records, in the building, the whole traveling thing. Like I said, the Who's was coming in there. It was just records just popping out from, all the individual producers.
That's crazy because that's at a time where, shoot, I'm 48 now, but I remember coming to Noontimes, just coming through. It was just a dope spot. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, man. I met so many people coming out of there, like
Correct.
From executives at the record labels to up and coming producers on film, to party promoters, to
it was the hub.
It was the hub.
Man.
Like every single night. It's no exaggeration.
That's crazy.
From Sunday to Sunday.
Yeah, no days off.
No days off. You came to Noontime.
People be saying that now, but I don't think people really understand
They don't understand that.
Yeah, like it blends. The weeks are blending together.
Yeah.
They
so
really.
It was the pre-party. You know what I mean? Because you knew you were every when I say everyone in the city was coming there.
Wow.
To pre-party before we went to the club.
My goodness. I want to transition because, being in the music industry, and you and Drummer Boy's relationship, when did that transpire? Like, you being a manager, Noontime, understanding the game and meeting Drum, like, when did y'all first meet?
We first met at Noontime. See, what a lot of people don't understand about Noontime, it was not only just a hub, it was a training facility.
Very strong.
Learning how to work and acquire into this in this business. Strong was made it. The people who stayed consistent and stayed in it, they made it. The ones who didn't, they moved on and did other things. But by being there and being a fly on the wall, and I did a lot of listening, not talking. So by doing that, I was able to, when I met Drum, I was just like he has potential. He has potential. I like that sound. I like that. And the first person, he made me a beat CD. I still have his first single. I'm So Tired. I still had that. It was in vinyl, so
correct.
I still had that. But yeah, so we met at Noontime in the A room. That was the room me and Jazzy used to be in all the time.
Wow.
Because what I used to do was prep everything for Jazzy when he came in.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Prep his equipment and everything like that. Prep everything so when he come in, same thing when he leave.
Yeah.
Because working with Jazzy was always a fun session. Everybody want that session.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Because you knew.
I can only imagine.
You knew it was going to be a party.
Correct.
There, and you knew he's going to end the session by one. Like, he got to get to the club.
Correct.
You
The after.
I mean? The after. And by doing that, I'm going to tell you another person I learned a lot from being in there was Mike Lee was Nooney's brother. So he would be like, man, because him and Jazzy was always, together and everything like that.
Got you.
So he would be like, man, he'd be like, cuz, come on, man, just be right here and just watch and just be around and watch. I'm going to say within months of that time, man, I'm knowing everybody in the city. You know what I'm saying? As far as, in the entertainment.
And what era was this? Is this like early 90s, like mid 90s?
As far as the music part?
Yeah, the music
part was early 2000.
Okay, that makes sense.
It was the early 2000.
That
It came
makes
in
sense.
99.
Exactly.
So this was like 2000, 2001.
That's hard.
By 2001,
Y2K era.
Yeah, by 2001, people thought I was from here.
Correct.
Because I knew I got to meet so many people.
You had already put in the grind and the work,
Yeah,
networking and listening.
Right.
And continuing to build your musical background and expertise in the game.
Right.
Which that's a blessing.
I had great teachers between Chris Hicks, Terry Ross, Ryan Glover, Nooney, and then a few people that came through, that worked there, dropped a couple jewels on me, and then,
wow.
you know what I mean?
It's about being in the right place at the right time.
Right place, right time.
And establishing those relationships early in the game.
Exactly.
So you ain't got to really just guess your way through it. You already, by having the mentors you have and the people that it's in your network, you already overstand the end game.
Exactly.
That's a beautiful thing. So with all that being said, you dropped some different names, some super strong names. I remember you said B. Cox, he was was he working out of Noontime too?
Yeah, he was working out of there. He was working out of there, and then...
what other producers? B. Cox?
Cox, and you had Teddy Bishop.
Okay.
I told you Jazzy Faye.
Definitely.
Donnie Scance.
Wow.
Donnie Scance was dope too. You had Dent during that time, Dent was falling through, and then...
Anthony Dent?
Yeah, Anthony Dent.
Wow.
He's dope, man.
Wow.
They were, all good brothers. They ain't had problems showing you different things and giving you your information.
What you just said, a lot of people, well, at least I done experienced it in my lifetime, being a young athlete and coming up and hustling and just figuring out life. A lot of people don't even want to share the knowledge.
Nah.
A
lot of people are scared in their egos.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? That you may, surpass them or anything like that. So
exactly. What about artist-wise? Because you called out some super strong producers, but what pretty much all the artists pretty much came through Noontime.
Man, everything.
We ain't got to drop them all. I know you done met them all, know it all.
Put it this way.
Know them all, I should say.
They had a production deal with every label.
Whew.
So you had, everyone from, your Tony Braxtons to your LLs to
wow.
Any up-and-coming folks, man, that was coming out at the time. I remember the first time I realized how dope B. Cox was, or still is, still is.
Of course.
We was in the room, and we was playing beats for a new artist, and he played the beat, right? And I was just like, that joint is crazy. That joint was crazy. And it ended up being Lil Mo's joint.
I was just about to ask you that. You read my mind, but it was Lil Mo.
It was for Lil Mo.
You remember the track? Because B. Cox got so many.
He got so much.
God
he got so much.
He done touched everybody.
Yeah.
It's one thing I remember, because when I met you, I met you before we booked drama at Kamal's. But I ended up booking later on, based off of us having a conversation. I think my man KB, August Alsina, was super independent. Might be in a Ford F-150 how he pulled up at the club, but I just remember being able to put 1 and 2 together, and that's probably the first and only one time I met Noonie.
Okay.
When time to come pick up that chop.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't be there to pick that up.
Yeah, but he was super solid. You know what I'm saying? That's the only experience I ever had with him, except for coming to the studio when we were playing ball at Tech.
Right.
Like you said, it was parties going on there. We probably were dealing with some soft skin that was like, well, just pull up at noontime, you know, but we couldn't just be like a whole entourage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That wasn't going to go down.
Right.
But, man, those were some great memories.
It was some, man, it's
superb.
Some beautiful memories from back then, man, and before. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
And this doesn't have to be just a question that I'm asking based off of your experience at noontime. Because I know me and you done had a lot of music, business-based conversations and just music conversations in general.
Right.
Who were some of your influences, you know, outside of your mentors? Who, once you started to learn the game of music, where did you draw influence from? Of course, we want to get the chop and put deals together, but who were some of your biggest influences? And that could be some of your mentors. Who influenced you to really want to just continue in the music game at that time, starting out the gate, and as you continue to progress? Who were some of your biggest influences?
For that, I used a little bit of everybody.
Correct.
I was around during that time. I was daily around Noonie, so I'm learning stuff from Noonie. And then Terry was in L.A., so I'm constantly calling him.
Strong.
Calling him, telling him what I'm doing, asking him for advice, and he would, you know, say, you know, whatever, you know, feedback to me. Watching Chris Hicks, and you know what I'm saying, and Ryan. It was a little bit of everybody that I would watch, and then people that would come in.
Take different
so I would
pieces.
take a little piece from everybody, and you know what I'm saying, okay, for me, it's common sense. If this worked, he did this, that worked. So do the same thing when I'm in that situation.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
you know, but I was around Noonie pretty much every day during this time.
Wow.
Like we
Those
every
7
day,
days a week,
every
blend
day.
and overlap.
We on the phone.
That's strong.
Everything, okay? Boom, 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 boom. Every single day.
Yeah, it takes a high level of discipline.
Yeah.
When you've got the musical piece, you've got the learning piece. Of course, you got the soft skin on deck that's sliding in and out.
Exactly.
You know.
But you have to be disciplined.
Bam.
That's the biggest thing.
That's what I don't think people really understand. And you have a high level of discipline. And that's how I perceive our conversations that we've had over the years, is that it's going to be like this, Ree, and this is how it really go. You know what I'm saying? And it really does go like that.
Right.
Some people have vices, you know. I like to sip a little bit.
Right.
You know.
Right.
I used to like to take a toke or the ganja, but I had to let that go.
Right.
It's just different levels of your journey where you finally figure out that I can't have all of this going on.
You got to know what's going to keep you focused and what's going to take your focus.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely correct.
So, you know, if you really want it.
That's true.
At that time, I really wanted it, and I was at the point where I was just like, you know what? I'm not worried about anything else. I'm going to focus on this. Whatever I got to do. If I got to pass out flyers, if I got to pass out, be at the radio station. And, you know, I built a relationship with the radio stations because of that.
Correct.
I built relationships by making sure I will bring stuff to people at the radio station. At the time, Dre had he was marketing with Hypnotic. So I would get a bunch of Hypnotic bottles and go to the radio station and be like, yeah. I go to the you know, who DJs,
Yeah.
bottle of man.
Building them relationships.
You know,
Because you don't drink.
Nah.
Exactly.
So I got the DJ calling me out like I'm an artist.
You better believe it. You
know
give
what
them
I'm
that
saying?
truth serum.
There we go.
Just passing it out. They're
Right.
going to love you forever because they're going to always, when you talk about DJs and artists and even entertainers, depending on how they carry themselves,
Right.
if they're in that environment, the truth serum juice, the devil juice is something that they partake in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, and it was just learning how to nurture those relationships. You know what I mean? So, you know, it was nothing for me to go to the radio station when it was the right time.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? I never asked anyone for anything till it was the proper time. So I made sure I did more giving than asking.
And that's a key ingredient that I feel like the artists, especially young entrepreneurs, whether they're going to be managers or artists or whatever, you really don't need to use that phone call.
Yeah. Not all
with
the time.
some bullshit.
Right.
If you don't have some type of tangible either transaction or opportunity that is tangible, you ain't got to make 3 more phone calls to make it happen.
Exactly. So my thing is, when I call you, I want you to pick up.
Correct.
So I got to make sure when I do call you, you're like, oh, I need to answer this.
Correct.
He ain't calling me about no BS.
I feel you 1,000%. I'm going to ask you this question. I know it could take us a long time to talk about this, but I got to ask you this question. Would you ever, knowing how the music industry used to be and where we at now in 2024,
right?
Would you ever consider managing another producer or an artist or a writer or anybody?
The right one. The right one.
What makes him the right one, Squeak? What makes him the right one?
For me, for everyone, it's different.
It
you know
is.
What I'm saying? Somebody will say something different. Somebody else will see something else different.
Correct.
In that producer, that artist, that writer.
Correct.
Whatever they feel is potential. I'm a little bit. I like creative people. I like people who study history. You know what I mean?
We've had that conversation.
Yeah, someone that can take the history, whatever part of history and music they like, and bring it to life in the new generation. Writers that can tell stories.
Correct.
Artists that don't have a problem being developed. Oof. You know what I'm saying? Because being a good artist, right?
Yeah.
You have to learn how to act. You know what I'm saying? So when you sing a song or you rapping or whatever, you got to make that record come to life.
You are correct.
And the way you make it come to life is through your voice. And your voice is an instrument.
It is. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you got to put the emotions through it. You know what I mean? So when you go back in the day and listen to those songs.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you a song.
Yeah, let's do it.
One of the most, I'm going to tell you a song that hit me. Is that song Lenny did, I Cry. So the first time I heard that song, I was young. So I can't remember this shit. I was in high school, probably. It had to be high school. So the first time I heard the song, it hit you. So I'm listening to it, and when the song finished, I was like, I don't ever want to feel like that. Because he has so much emotion in that song. I'm like, oh, hell no, I don't want to ever feel like that. That's why the song was so dope.
But it was written and composed and
when you
everything.
Listen to Biggie.
Yeah.
When you listen to Biggie, that man rap, and it seemed like a movie.
You ain't lying.
He had details. That warning song is a movie.
Yeah.
He put that song may be 2 minutes and 50-something seconds.
Yeah, but
so in
2 minutes and
50-something seconds, he made a movie.
That's crazy you say that in the way that you describe that, because it felt like with Biggie's his records were storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of my favorite tracks from him is Give Me the Loot. Mm-hmm. The way that he set that whole track up and took you through different phases to an ending part. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's the major difference now. We don't have enough authentic storytellers.
No, we don't have too much of it, but a lot of
there are some.
It's some, but we have to learn in our culture. We have to learn how to respect the generation before us.
You are correct,
and we need to. And when you look at Michael Jackson, how much he respected Jackie Wilson and James Brown and your Fred Astaire's.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And for him, Sammy Davis Jr., to be where he is, where he was, and, on the Thriller album, even the Off the Wall, before that, he had respect for those artists, you know what I mean? And they were celebrated. I think now, in my opinion, artists of yesterday are not respected and celebrated enough for the new generation to learn from them and take from them and to look at them and be like, I want to work just as hard as they do.
That's an accurate statement, and it's something you told me when I asked you questions about the artists I managed, Sean Cassidy. I even shared this conversation with him, and we've had this conversation more than one time, but it goes back to once knowing that this is an instrument. Two is delivery and how you deliver the verse, the cadence. But even before all of that, you need to go back and study the greats, depending on what genre you are considering yourself in. Like, go back and listen to those records.
Yeah, you got
do
to.
your research.
So how do you call yourself a producer if you don't have a record collection?
Correct.
To listen to different records, the how it sound, how it was mixed.
Correct.
With instruments, the breakdown. How creative I can get, because you might have the chorus, the verse, the hook, and going back, and then the bridge. How creative can you get to flip it?
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're only gonna know until you learn. You don't know until you learn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like James Brown, James Brown was telling his band, they was like, that doesn't make sense. The beat. What do you mean? That's not the rule. He's like, what do you mean? Does it sound good? Like, yeah. Does it feel good? Yeah. Then run it.
You said something then, and I'm sure you can relate to this. I just want to get your opinion on it. What the difference I've seen, and you've been in the game way longer than I have, but preparation coming into a studio session, right? Some of the greats of past, I heard somebody say about Patti LaBelle, she could just walk into a session, in and out.
So I'm gonna tell you a story.
Talk to
that,
me.
Joy.
Yeah.
So I was at Dallas Austin studio.
Okay.
We was working out of there with Jazzy and Sierra. We was working out at Dallas's studio, and then we end up acquiring signing Sierra.
Gotcha.
So Jazzy was working at the radio station at the time. It was Hot. Yeah, he was at Hot. And so, like I said, I'm dealing with him every day. So I know his schedule. I know what he's doing. I'm calling the radio station. I got the bag number, all that. So Patti LaBelle came in.
Yeah,
She's
you
come in there.
told me this. Go ahead.
Yeah, she came in there to do something for, can't remember what she was doing something for, but she was Jazzy this, Jazzy that, because she was friends with Jazzy's mom and dad.
That's
she
crazy.
had stories on Jazzy. When he was little, I remember when he was little, he'd be running around, and I'd be cooking, I come in there and cook, I got to see Jazzy. So I called Jazzy. He was at the radio station. He would only work one day at the radio station. That was Saturdays. So I called Jazzy. So he picked up the back line. He said, hey, man, what's up? I said, man, Patti LaBelle here for you. He's like, oh. So I put him on the phone and everything like that. Boom, 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 boom. When I finish, I'll be there. So I got to sit in that session with Patti LaBelle. Sing that thing.
That's a blessing.
Boom. The engineer was like, okay, we're going to do it, do the second one. She was like, nah, I do it one time. I'm a professional. Like, nah, you catch this one time. And we would record R&B artists. You record that maybe 4 or 5 times, and you
Correct.
take the best ones and you start to edit. And
stack them in.
you putting things together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You might take that verse and that first verse, the first time they sing it down, you might only use a small piece of that.
Correct.
Because you're going to sing it so many times.
Yeah.
Not her.
Wow. That's probably hard.
I mean, it's not when you're a professional.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? When you're a professional, I've been doing this, at that time it was early 2000s, so you're going to say, 30. I've been doing this almost 50 years at that time. 50
Correct.
years. Like,
yeah.
I don't need to do this 3-4 times.
You ain't
You know
lying.
what I mean? Hey, my vocals is real.
Oh, boy. Ooh, don't get me started, Squeak. But look, that is such a great story and example for artists that are going to see this, that, okay, you can go back and study your craft, which you say you love, right? Take that advice, then be prepared and put everything together. So you got to be looking at this as a business, as an artist. You don't want to be in there in your element. Okay, yeah, you might have to hit some 5-star. You might have to have a drink, but at least you need to be trying to get in, knock out as many records as possible for your block time, and get on up out of there.
Right. You want to, but as a manager, you have to know who you manage.
Yeah,
and
that's
you have
true.
to know how to get the best out of them. Some artists, producers, right?
Real estate.
They don't need that. I don't want to talk about the business. The business, man, you mess up my creativity.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have some that need structure.
Yeah.
And that's not. And I'm not saying it in a way to belittle anyone or anything like that. It's just, this is what I need to do to be creative, because creative people are different.
Yeah, they are. You know
what I'm saying? And you can't. And
you can't just.
Yeah, you got to leave creative people alone.
You're right.
And let them be. Like, I see some creative people may play video games.
Yeah.
May play video games 4, 5, 6 hours
Before they
jump up and then
get in. Yeah.
and then do
That's
something
a good
crazy.
point.
You know what I mean?
I guess I'm
and then,
anal sometimes.
you know, and like I said, you have to understand who you're dealing with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You made very good points.
You know, you might bring up something and their brain just freezes.
Yeah. Yeah. So their environment needs to be.
Yeah, and you just have to know what conversations to have.
Correct, and what not to.
Yeah.
Just let them feel it. Yeah, so it could be a build up.
Yeah.
They
Like,
might need to get their mind right.
We was working with Akon.
Yeah.
His ass got to have the damn room 100 degrees. You know what I mean? So you like, is he trying to bring Africa to the room?
Correct. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's how he has to be.
And you get the best out of him that way. You know, and he knows that as well.
Right,
you know.
Right.
Dang, well, that's actually a good point, because sometimes when we're not the creative one, but we are creators, but now we're on the management side, on the structure side, it's like, okay, since I'm on this side and I got to be here, let's get this shit done. But it don't work like that, though.
Yeah.
Not with creatives. You're absolutely correct. So I'm glad
whatever you, at the time, during that time, I mean, shoot, man, everyone was coming to the studio for a hit from Jazzy.
Correct.
A single. They didn't
Yeah.
come, I need an album filled.
That's true.
No, I need a single.
That's a very good point.
And the way he would do things is, that's what made him special of what he did.
Correct.
His sessions were parties.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if the ladies in there and not dancing, because he would do a
Let's
beat.
keep going.
He'll look at me, he'll have a beat, and he'll turn it up. And if you got drinks and everything like that.
You got the whole party pack.
If he turns the music up,
Yeah.
and the volume of the voices, the ladies start talking louder over the music, he know it ain't it.
That's a very good way to look at it, too.
He's like, nah, that ain't it.
Especially
and,
when you got the party pack.
And then he'll go to a next one. And then while everybody talking loud, if that volume comes down and start bobbing and start dancing, he'll look at me like, that's the one. He'll nod, that's the one.
That's a great recipe.
And he'll come up with a hook quick.
Ooh, indeed he will. Indeed he will. You've shared a lot of great, necessary points that I pray that the audience, I know they're going to pay attention. The ones that's listening.
The ones that's listening, paying attention,
correct.
Comprehending it.
I'm trying to tell you. I mean, it's right there in your face. I want to transition to, we've had some conversations. I know you've been working on some different things, not just music. You've got some partnerships going. You're working on some more real estate development transactions in regards to flipping and fixing and renovations. But you spoke about a new partnership you're working with in regards to BMW. Is that something you can speak on to kind of give us some insight on how that works? How do you get to those points?
You get to those points by, you hear the whole cliche, planting your seeds.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? That was a relationship that's over 10 years. You know what I mean?
That's how that comes to fruition.
Right. That's
exactly.
A relationship that was been built and nurtured for 10 years.
That's a beautiful thing.
Um,
Is it going to be kind of tying the bridge between the music culture and BMW? Is it going to be something totally different, like a totally different angle, or just entertainment and period in general?
It's entertainment and everything that goes along with, the actors.
Correct.
Music producers, artists, athletes.
Strong, very strong.
Getting more into our culture.
Exactly.
And, knowing that our culture has dollars, our culture sets trends.
Definitely.
Our culture makes the needle, drops the needle. We make everything move.
Correct.
As far as the other stuff that I was doing, you in this business and in anything, you have to learn how to pivot.
Correct.
You know what
Damn
I mean?
right.
You and I have these conversations. We have conversations all the time.
Definitely.
When COVID hit, I mean, that shut everything down for us, for everyone. But
definitely,
especially when COVID hit. That was the first time music stopped.
You ain't lying. You're not lying.
Prohibition didn't stop. World War I, World War II, the Korean War, Vietnam.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, I can
no touring.
The music stopped. Entertainment stopped.
In general.
So that was a great thing for social media, for people to get creative, and
definitely.
A lot of people came up off of COVID.
Definitely.
And what that did for me was it put me in a situation where everything stopped. I didn't know what in the world to do. Like, okay, this is
shit foreign.
And we had a couple deals that were already lined up. We shook hands on the deal, signed the paper, and then a week later, we're going to have a 2-week shutdown. And that 2-week turned into...
Not a month or two.
A month or two for Atlanta. But for the rest of the world, Atlanta was still popping. But what happened was I ended up getting into construction.
Exactly.
And renovation and flipping.
That's that strong pivot.
Yeah.
We had some conversations about that, how you learned that from the ground up.
Yep. When I say the ground up, I'm talking about all the way from demo.
Yeah.
To when electricians, I'm sitting with the electrician. I'm not going to do any electrician.
No,
electrical
but you
work,
still need to know.
Yeah,
you need
plumbing,
to know. Yeah.
Everything from there. And I used to call my man BJ, Modern Craftsman. He builds beautiful custom homes, and I would just study his page, look at. I liked the stuff anyway because my dad did it.
Yeah, I was studying architecture at a young age, so I'm right there with you, Squeak. So BJ 5 with it though.
BJ, man, so I would call him, ask him questions or anything, and be like, man, can I come hang out at your site? Stuff like that. And I end up going back home in D.C. to work on a house.
I remember you telling me that about that.
Yeah.
Working with one of your partners back up.
Yeah. Did that, and then it just kept going. And then end up doing stuff with Pepsi. Did a deal with Pepsi with Drum.
Correct.
And they did a whole campaign with what they would call African-American restaurants. So it was Louisiana, Atlanta, D.C., and Chicago. So those are restaurants.
Strong.
And so, we was doing the music for it and everything like that. We ended up doing the Sprite campaign for the All-Star.
Very
NBA
strong.
All-Star. This is all during COVID.
Exactly.
So we ended up doing a couple liquor brands with them on social media, where we did just like a music party and everything. Just
that's a hell of a pivot with them resources and that network, right?
Man.
Where you can make that call.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. That's why, man, you got to nurture these relationships, man.
Correct.
You got to get out there.
And
for me, I never wanted to be stuck in doing the same thing year after year.
Of
You know what I mean?
Of course.
So
that part of being able to still be, what's the word I'm looking for, to be effective during COVID and to still generate good business, have good business transactions. A lot of people had to fold.
A lot of people, it was a rough time.
It was
because a lot of people, you was in a situation where no one knew.
Correct.
You know,
it is foreign.
You know what I'm saying? It's foreign, but for me, it let me know that you need to tighten up.
Man.
You know what I mean? It let me know that, and it showed a lot of people are not going to make it if something else crazy happens.
Yeah.
You're not
just
going
to jump off the cliff.
You don't have the tools to survive.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
To transition, or as you say, pivot.
To pivot, to transition, I mean, what if it lasted longer than that?
Man.
You know what I mean? What if they didn't give out checks? I never received a check. I didn't try for that money.
Man.
We just went out and did our thing.
Correct.
You know what I mean? We figured it out.
PPP, I ain't get none of that.
Ain't get none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Grinded through it.
You grind through it, man. And what COVID also showed was you got to come together.
You are correct.
And if you came together and you supported each other,
correct.
You can survive it. But if you don't do it and you just being an individual, it's going to make it that much harder.
Man.
That's why some people shot up during COVID and some didn't.
Yeah.
You have to come together during those times.
Wow. And that's a perfect way to go into. We ain't even got the chop talk topic one because the conversation is strong, and it's a lot of strong jewels is being dropped by Squeak. I hope y'all paying attention. We're going to go into spirituality.
Okay.
All right. And I say spirituality because I always like to give clarity between religion and spirituality. Spirituality is a relationship with higher power, God, the higher power, the universe. So, you know, on a daily basis for Squeak, what's your spiritual regimen? Is it exercise? Is it meditation? Is it reading positive words, scripture? What does Squeak do on a day-to-day basis to have a very good spiritual regimen, just how you start your day spiritually?
Spiritually, when I wake up, I give thanks.
Damn right.
Thanks, not just thank you for letting me wake up.
Correct.
But I give thanks for everything I can think of that I have. Nothing has nothing to do with material.
I know.
It has to do with my family, my friends, my health.
Correct.
Roof over my head.
Come on.
Opportunities.
Correct.
I do a lot with. I'm very thankful for family and friends.
Me too.
I always want something good for them. I want them to be in a great situation.
Indeed.
I have long relationships with people, and I have some people I just met.
Correct.
So for me, waking up, giving thanks.
Definitely.
You know, once I do my thanks, you know, brush your teeth, wash your face.
Of course. Yeah, that's part of spiritual too. You can't.
I drink, you know, cleanliness
is a part of spirit.
Right.
Yeah.
So I make lemon water every morning.
Okay.
Those are the times I read a little different positive notes and stuff like that.
Correct.
If it's something from a book that I need to go back and read on, like a page or two.
You can go back and reference.
I can go back and reference it. I always do my push-ups.
I already know you're going to be on. So I know you're.
I do my push-ups, like, you know, once I do it, everything is calm. I put my music on. The music that I play during the week is always something positive.
Correct.
I got BB and CC whining.
Oh, of course.
I got like 2 gospel songs, and the rest every day. You know, stuff like that.
Definitely.
I play that before I play any other type of music because it gets my mind, my positive mindset right.
You are correct.
I don't want anything negative anyway.
Oof.
And be, you know, to go back, when I do wake up, the first person I speak with outside of the man upstairs is my daughter.
I know that's right.
So when I speak to her, I make sure everything is positive. You know, not just the good morning, not just the this and that and that.
The normal conversation.
We're speaking positive.
Exactly.
And I always let her know, be a leader.
Exactly.
And then I send her a couple of the words of the day, you know, and everything like that. Mm-hmm. I do all that before I leave out to go work out. If I don't work out, I ain't right.
Whew. That's a strong spiritual regimen right there.
You know what I'm saying? That sets the tone.
Correct. For the day.
For the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Like everything else, that the stuff before does set the tone.
Exactly.
But that right there set everything up for me to be like, okay, all right.
You went a lot farther though, because you know, everybody's gonna have a different answer, but I don't think people understand the importance of what you put into your body in the morning. Lemon water.
Yeah.
You know, I would hope everybody take a hot shower every day,
Yeah,
but I know it's probably some out there
they
slipping
don't.
a little bit.
Yeah, and I would never.
But cleanliness is a part of it, though.
Cleanliness is definitely a part of it. And I'm not gonna tell someone what they should do, what they shouldn't drink, or what shouldn't. This is for me.
Exactly.
I drink lemon water.
Yep.
Then I eat my fruit.
That's it.
And then whatever juices I juice.
Yeah.
I have I get peace at, making stuff for myself.
Correct.
My juices and my almond milk, I make myself. So
correct. That's therapeutic in itself.
Very, very much so.
Yeah, because I love to cook, and I know you
and
love
music
to cook
is
too.
Yeah. Like music is played all. People ask me all the time, man, you see this show? You see? No. I don't watch TV.
Yeah.
I listen to music all day.
Me
as soon
too.
as I walk in the house, it's music.
That's it.
What I mean? So.
Well, let me ask you this question, Squeak. Where do you feel there's room for improvement in regards to your spirituality, and where can you improve with your relationship with the good man above, the man upstairs, God? Where is there room for improvement for Squeak? Because I know I have to improve every day. I always got to check myself and be like, what, Ree, I can improve here. I can do something better.
Yeah, we all have improvement. And I don't have a problem in sharing a part of my prayer. Is one part of my prayer is to be what he created us to be. You know, to be a better father, to be a better son,
correct,
to be a better brother.
That is correct.
Grandson, better uncle. You know, a better listener, better at comprehending, better at forgiving. So there's so many things that I have to that I pray to be better at.
Yeah, that's
because
where
I know
lies.
Because at the end of where I'm at in life is to get to close to peace as possible. I'm not. My mom didn't raise us religious because she came from a very strict background.
I got you.
So she was more like, there is no right religion. But I want you to go. There's no religion that says, let me, because I don't want people to be thinking, there's no religion over the other.
Correct.
She was like, learn all of them.
Now see, that's
anytime,
that's solid.
Yeah, so she had us studying different religions.
Correct.
To respect. She said you would never know what's what, but until you study, until you read. Get a little information on things.
Correct.
You know what I mean? But for me to be better, I don't have a problem in breaking myself down.
Me either.
You know what I mean?
Me either.
I can be like, I'm known for saying even when I'm wrong, I'm right. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
You know?
I understand.
And it's a true statement.
Correct. I already know. I don't know you for quite some time now.
I don't have a problem of breaking myself down and to be like, okay, you need to work on this. You need to work on this to be better at this. Because I'm reaching different heights in my life that I can't continue to be the same when I'm not the same. I'm not at the same place because I'm not that same person. You know what I mean? I can't get angry now and be like, oh, you do da 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 da.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now I got to look at things from a person's point of view. You know what I mean? So.
Ah, man, that's a great answer, Squeak, because you taking the better part of being better fathers, brothers. Man, see that?
Yeah.
They can just take that. I'm gonna take it and just try to be better every day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add the purpose of Chop Talk, Squeak, is to have conversation with solid brothers like yourself, intelligent brothers that have walked a journey in life. We've lived a lot longer than some of our counterparts, people we grew up with. It's a reason for that too.
There's a reason for that.
You
I don't
know
know what the reason I'm here for, but what I
getting
what
close,
I do,
dog.
What I do is I take full advantage of while I'm here and what I'm supposed to be doing, and if I take care of this one thing, then I'm able to take care of the next thing.
I'm telling you.
But I can't move forward.
Correct.
If I'm not honest with myself. You know
Accountability, man.
Accountability is everything.
Self-check.
And to self-check you and to understand what it takes to be a better person.
That part of the studying, that part of the spirituality, that part of actually seeing where you need to improve and applying it the best you can to get better. Yeah. That's super strong there, my brother. This is when we had a lot of conversation about this, but relationships, everyday life relationships.
Yeah.
I could say as a young man playing ball, and I'm talking about a relationship between man and woman, because that's been like it hadn't been a negative area for me. It's just the way I really approach it.
Right.
From a young man, 15, 16 years old to now. I was very visual. You know what I'm saying? Never really had a conversation, an in-depth conversation with a young lady. I'm visual like, that's it right there.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go ahead.
Yeah.
Ball her up, Gensu. But now that I'm 48 and I'm setting it up because I need you to give me your input. And I was very visual, but I thought to myself, if I would have had those conversations, like man to woman, like where you from, what was your environment, were you okay, did the parents, auntie, cousin, how were you raised, what's your goals in life, where you want to go, versus just skipping all that you know what I'm saying? So I want to get your input, your insight on relationships between man and woman, like the preliminary stage, like what I just talked about when I was younger. What's the best approach for man and woman to try to have the best relationship, longevity? And we ain't even talking about marriage, just man and woman, just.
Well, for me, several different things. For me, to answer that question, to me, is conversation.
Correct.
When I'm gonna get into that part, it's conversation. But it's hard to expect a man to do certain things and a woman to do certain things if they've never been taught. You know what I'm saying? If you're not taught how to communicate, how can you communicate? If you're not taught how to look at look at women a certain way, you don't know, and vice versa. But what I've learned in my journey in life, that I was the dude in high school where I could stay on the phone all night listening to Quiet Storm.
Me too.
Talking Little Shorty and everything like that. And what I gained out of that was I learned a lot from
the conversation.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I know her mama, daddy, brother. I know her cousin. I know her best friend. I know everything from the conversation.
Correct.
So, man and woman, in my opinion, somebody else will say something different.
Definitely.
Is conversation. The more conversations that you have. For me, that's why, a lot of my close relationships are long distance.
I feel
we
you.
have to conversate.
It's a very good
point. You know
point.
what I'm saying? So
it's not a motive of.
It's not all about the physical.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? The physical is the icing on the cake.
Correct.
We all want to get to the physical.
I'm telling that warm place, but it need to have conversations.
That conversation make that physical that much better.
It does. It does. I just brought up the part about visual because that's at a very, there's different stages of a man's life. You got your high school years. Of course, it's going to be like you say, them late night conversations, talking on the phone, quiet storm, really R&B driven. But then when you transition like I did from Athens to Atlanta, everything started to move a lot faster. You know, this in the 90s.
But you never, ever, no matter what, you never, all the wild stuff you do.
Correct.
You still don't forget your morals, if you have some. You know what I mean? No matter what I went through in life.
Correct.
My wild days, my wild era, I didn't lose my morals.
There's a limit.
You know, exactly.
Yeah, there's a limit.
You had your fun and everything like that. But, you know, I think
that's a very good point.
Relationships, especially in the black community, for us, man, it's the older I get, the more I get more excited when I see them successful.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
The older I get, we have a different type of love for each other. You know what I'm saying? A black man and even when you go back to the 70s.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? When I look at my parents and my aunts and uncles, you know, the love that we had for each other was unconditional. It was something special. It was looked upon us like, other folks looked at us like wow, that's what you like. It's hard to explain, but we have something special. And I know every group of people are going to say they have some, but ours was just, it was, you can use the word soulful. It was like,
I know where you're going because it's the time frame that you're speaking on, the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah, the 70s, 80s. But when you look at it today, too, when you look at that real, take away the bull.
I know, right?
You know what I'm saying?
All
take
the
away
extra shit.
The extra stuff, man. Yeah. And when you take away we can come back, because we need to come back to make our family strong.
You ain't lying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we really need each other.
Yeah, we really do.
You know what I'm saying?
To create a real village.
To create a real village and a legacy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
everybody's so separated, and it makes things more difficult. But I mean,
yeah, it does, and it becomes a lot of times. Most of the times you need to fix yourself. You got a lot of problems with yourself, and then try to get into a relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which you need to.
We
all been through that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I think me having a daughter changed my perspective on. I've always had respect for women, but after I had my daughter, it was
it's a big difference. It's like a daughter. My daughter's 16 now.
That's strong.
Having a daughter is like it's changed. It not only changed your perspective on it, but it makes you more of a caring person.
It does.
More patient.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Having a son would make have you patient because you're raising a child. But
correct.
A daughter it just changes, mellows you out.
Yeah.
People always be like, when we found out the sex of the baby, right?
Yeah.
And I remember the nurse in there was like, "Ooh, I saw that look in your eye. Yeah, you must be hard on them women out there." And I was like, no. Like, and so when I was talking to her mom's father, and he was like, "Yeah, I heard y'all having a girl." He said, "You don't want no boy." And knuckleheads, man. Plus, if something happened to you, they gonna leave you. He said, "Your girl," he said, "your daughter is always gonna be there for you."
Yeah, that's for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And you learn to move a little bit different.
Yeah.
Of course, they melt your heart and whatever.
Of course. But they still have to see a great representation of a man, which is their father.
They got to see you treat mommy like a lady.
Correct.
Like a queen.
Correct.
Like no matter what, they got to see that.
Yeah.
And when they see that, they like, okay, all right. Because the first thing a woman gonna say when she gets older is, "My daddy don't do that, so I ain't accepting it."
I'm telling you. Oof. That's very strong. That's very strong. We're going to transition because I think me and you could talk about relationships for another 55, you know, which is needed, though.
Right.
Business, just business in general.
Right.
I ask this question because sometimes we have to make those choices in regards to who we're going to do business with. And I know that we can have family members, we can have our network, those personal relationships we built. Then as a third, where there's just a person that has a great level of expertise.
Right.
And of course, it might all come together, but if you were starting a business and you had to choose based off of those three variables, family, personal network, friendships, and an expert that has nothing to do with family and personal, how do you decipher who you do business with?
I'm going to do business with all of them if I can.
Correct.
Right? So business is business. It's not personal.
There you go.
You know? So even if you're my brother, my sister, my daughter, it is business.
Correct.
And you will understand this is business.
Correct.
Right now, everyone is an entrepreneur.
Yes.
And I'm like, everyone's an entrepreneur, but the business is not doing anything.
Oof.
You're not learning the business. Gain the knowledge of the business. Just like when I explained about when I spoke about the construction stuff, I started at the bottom. I never want to start it. You know, I want to know everything from the ground to the top. So we must learn how to do that. We need to take the emotions out of business.
Correct. It's hard sometimes for some people.
Yeah, for some people. Then you don't need to do business. You don't need to do business because you can't do emotions. You don't have to like someone to do business.
You got a super strong mind. Sometimes I can.
No, you can't. Because
Yeah,
if
I know.
you do, you mess yourself up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Creating stress and anxieties, things we don't even need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you got to learn how to. If you can't deal with this person, but they do good business.
Yeah, it
You know
has
what I'm
to be a
saying?
separation.
You have to
now.
put a buffer in place.
Yeah, you're right.
You know
you're
what I mean?
absolutely right.
So you got to take the emotions out of it.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? The ego out of it.
Yeah.
We as
There
a
can't be no
people,
pride
as a culture,
involved. Yeah.
we fail because we put too much. Black men put too much ego.
You are correct. And a high level of pride depending on what's going on.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So you got too much ego going on. And I don't understand how you do a business and you don't teach a family member.
Oof, that's a very strong statement.
You know
How
what
can
I'm
your
saying?
family members or your siblings or anybody in your family?
Now, don't get me wrong. Now,
Of course.
If you got a fool, man. Hey, you can't come over here. You can't do.
Yeah,
this,
of
man. You can't
course.
do
Yeah,
this,
you
know.
we'll know that off the rip because they
because
siblings or family members.
Nowadays, people listen to respond. So you got to watch what you say and how you say things nowadays.
You ain't lying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a shame that we have to take that route, but you are correct.
Yeah, you got to break it down for some people.
Yeah, all the way down.
Yeah, all the way. But yeah, so I would want to do business with everyone. You know?
Correct. There is no need to decipher. You're going to make a choice based off of
mean,
business
right.
and
You know,
make the best attempt to incorporate all three.
I'm not going to do business with my family member. They don't know a damn thing about this business.
Correct. So you got to
I
have
got
all
a
three
coffee shop.
options.
You don't know nothing about coffee. You don't even drink coffee.
Correct. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go to I'm going to the me personally, the way I would do it,
Yeah.
I probably would go, like say, use a coffee shop, for example. I'd probably go to find out, educate myself on what coffee I like and why I like it.
Correct.
And then go visit it.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have a problem go working in Starbucks to learn it,
Exactly.
how this thing goes. You know what I mean? So,
That's the best way to decipher.
yeah.
Before you even get to whether a family member or a personal network associate or expert is somebody you want to do business with, you actually take that route and go start at the bottom, work there, research it, get the full experience.
Yeah, I'm not
Then you
about
can-
to
you
dump
can make-
some money in a business and man, I don't know
And you
nothing
don't even
about
know.
And I'm gonna be like, man, we're gonna finagle
You
this
can do all the
thing.
business plans in the world, but where's the experience at?
Exactly.
You know?
And that's where your pride comes in.
Ooh, and back to that ego you brought
And the
up.
ego.
You know, a lot of people ain't gonna want to do that. They're gonna want to throw some money against
wanna
the
be at
wall
the
and
top.
see exactly to see if
wanna
it's
be at
gonna
the top
stick.
first.
If it's gonna stick.
Yeah, you're worrying about
Yeah.
shining before anything.
That's a very good point, Squeak. That's a very good approach. There is no need for decipher when you go ahead and learn the business, do your due diligence, get your expertise.
Exactly.
Then you're more informed at that point.
It's an order for everything.
Correct.
It's an order
Indeed.
for everything.
Indeed.
And if you try to skip those orders, you're gonna fail.
Boy. Yes, indeed. This one is one I know. I know the answer. I don't know what you're gonna say, but I know you're gonna give me some great insight on it. Time versus money.
Ooh, give me that time.
All day.
Give me time.
Yeah, money is the tool.
Let me tell you something, man. Money comes and go.
It do. It does.
It comes and go.
Yeah.
You got people out here, athletes out here, did $100 million contract, broke.
That is correct.
Time, let me tell you something about time for me. My daughter's 16 years old. What I miss the most about her is when she was 3 and 4. That time that you can pick them up, the little voices, stuff like that.
Yeah, man.
That's just one example. The time for me is I miss that time when we could run outside and play and there was no violence. The worst violence you had was a fist fight.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Overstand.
The time for me, I'm gonna give you an example of how valuable time is. Imagine going somewhere late.
Correct.
It's nothing that you can change it to be on time.
Oof. Yeah. You just gotta stand.
That's
up
how
in
valuable time
It
is.
is.
You need to be somewhere at 6:30, and you get there at 7. There's nothing that you can do while you was getting ready to be like, man, I need another 30 minutes. There's nothing you can do.
You're right.
The only way you can get it is if you push that meeting or whatever that what you were supposed to do, push it back. But time.
Yeah, because we don't have the rewind button.
Don't have the rewind button.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't have a rewind button, man.
And we don't want the fast forward button because it's moving.
Nah.
It's moving.
It's moving. And when you hear people, we got to work.
Definitely.
We have to make a living.
Of
We have
course.
to take care of our families. But I make it a point. It has to make sense if I'm not going to be there for my daughter. Like that money is not everything, but it has to make sense. But I have those conversations with her, and she knows throughout the years what daddy does, why daddy does what he does.
Correct.
But
Correct.
certain things, I don't care how much money, I ain't missing it.
No, I feel you.
I'm not going to get that time back. I'm not going to get that back in any kind of way.
You are absolutely correct. That's a very strong answer. That's very strong because a lot of people will respect that, and I hope that people that's kind of struggling with what they feel is important versus time versus money can hear that example, and it gives them a better perspective on,
And
I
once
get
again-
it, but
and
this
once
time is like,
And once again, that's for me. The next man might say something different.
that's fine.
You know what I'm saying?
Most
And that's
people,
good.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Most people have said time, and then some people have said time, and then explain why it was more valuable because they felt that money was just a tool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is, basically.
Money is a tool.
You know.
Nothing makes money faster than money. Nothing. I don't care how hard you work, how you do this, nothing makes money faster than money.
And you ain't lying. You ain't lying. I couldn't wrap my mind around that concept until I was in the strip club game for quite some time, and the way that paper, it just generated more paper.
Exactly.
And I ain't talking about nothing else in there. I'm talking about strictly the paper, the currency.
Yeah. Yeah. If you know what to do with it.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? If you know what to do with money, you can get time.
Oof. We got to put that on a shirt, Squeak. Seriously. They can see it every day, but yeah. I'm going to take you back because I know you've had to do this a lot. This is going to be kind of music again, right? I just want to know this, hearing from somebody that really overstands it. And I know other people want to know the difference between label deals back when it meant something, and it probably still do now. I don't know.
Right,
You're going to be able to tell me, right?
Right.
The difference between how label deals were done then, when there was CDs and radio, you could track it that way, versus now we in 2024. We
streaming.
got streaming. Does it even make sense anymore, Squeak?
Well, it goes back to what we were speaking about business, understanding the business.
Correct.
You need to understand a business. You need to understand the good, the bad, and the rules. You need to understand rules so you know how to break the rules, bend the rules.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
So
you need to know, okay, this is the way it's going now. How can I capitalize off it? Instead of speaking on something negative and how it used to be. It used to be, okay, all right, and now what?
Now what you gonna do? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If this is what you want to do, how are you going to capitalize off it?
Correct.
What are you going to do to put you in another situation? And now the doors are open for, it's so much you can do now. You know what I mean? You got to do like
way more options.
Yeah, you can go on social media and start your own TV show.
Correct.
Sitcom.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Correct. With your music. You can turn your videos into a sitcom if you want. It's up to you to be creative now, but you must understand the business first.
You are correct.
You know what I'm saying? You can't sit here and talk about certain deals and if you don't understand it.
You are correct.
So once you understand it, then you know, okay, I need what to do for me, and what's going to benefit me and my team.
Yeah, you sparked a thought for me based off I was thinking about when I was going to have you on the podcast, and you just gave me my answer, because I know people can look at the music game. I'm just strictly talking about music back then, but if you really embrace it, like me and you conversating, and know how to pivot and move with the transition, you're going to find a way to make the music business beneficial, like right now, current day.
Like
if you're studying and asking the right questions and doing your due diligence.
So you can put your own shows together.
Correct.
You have the tools now you can get direct to consumer.
Correct. So you can really being independent is not a bad thing. If you versus label.
Nothing is bad. Everyone is different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
So some may be good for others, and a deal with a label may be good for others.
Correct.
But you got to know how to. First of all, you need to understand how to pimp your situation.
I understand that.
You gotta understand that. You gotta know what to do and how to do it.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
And you're not gonna do it until you understand it.
You're not lying, and that requires research, knowledge, paying attention.
Yeah.
And trying to find that loophole where you can pimp the game the way it's trying to pimp you.
Yeah, and then you gotta understand that that's when the egos and stuff come in.
Oh boy.
You know what I mean?
I understand that. I understand that, Squeak. Finance. Being that you've had you still have a great musical journey, you have a lot of relationships, but you had to start, I'll just focus on the real estate aspect of it and starting from the bottom, right? We know we have to have capital with everything, right? What other ways do you feel is a good way to start up a business like your renovation business? Outside of having capital, what are some other benefits in terms of course, I know you got relationships. What's some other ways that you can take your capital or understanding the banking and credit industry? What's some good ways that you took the time to start up your renovation company?
Going back to ground zero, understanding the credit game.
Correct.
Understanding the banking game and the way they process things. Understanding hard money lending.
Correct.
What the pros and the cons from that. Understanding partnerships.
Correct.
it's a lot of things you can do by being creative once you understand it. Creative with stuff like partnerships with someone too, in that sense.
Correct.
But you need to understand business first from the ground.
Definitely.
You know what I
That's
mean?
a great answer.
You need to understand. You need to financial literacy. You need to do your homework.
Definitely.
Homework on it. Just don't take one person. If you hear something, someone say something,
Definitely.
go do your homework on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Understand life insurance. Understand what insurance does. Understand, the different stock markets and values and different things. Because everything has some type of value to it.
Correct.
Now you need to figure out how you can turn it into a business.
With any business, I'm sure either music or even just the renovation aspect of it, what would you say, outside of having brick and mortar, we know if we don't have brick and mortar, that's a major, major overhead reduction. But what are some of the ways over the course of your journey in business overall, where are some areas where you can give the viewers an idea of how to cut overhead in regards to business? It doesn't matter whether it's music, clothes, real estate, any type of product. Where are some ways you had to reduce overhead?
Where
can you reduce it?
Technology.
Correct.
Technology will help you reduce a lot of overhead. It was a time where you needed a couple of hands to do certain things, and like a tape measure.
Exactly.
Now I don't need nobody to hold the tape measure for me. I can just push this button, aim it over there.
Yeah, we're good to
put the
go.
lasers over there and get the lever.
Definitely.
Technology has everything has some type of technology in it.
Definitely.
You just have to learn it and see what's up. Some things you want to keep that overhead.
Correct.
Because nothing beats, I don't care what kind of technology, nothing beats hands.
You are correct.
You know what I'm saying? The way, like right now, they got machines that can sand drywall. They can put the tape up and sand the drywall.
And just be done. You walk away from it.
Yeah. So imagine having that, and I have, I got a building, 16-story building with 50 units on each floor.
Correct.
And I got that machine on there. I can run that machine all night.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So technology is about the best way.
It is.
I mean, that's
it's involved in so many things that we have. Even our phones has technology. We can reduce overhead.
You go to the grocery store now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You got checkout lines.
Yeah, everybody's
your
trying to get to
self-checkout
their
line,
self-checkout. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
what I mean?
Technology is pretty much most of us already have it. We just got to utilize it.
Yeah.
And it reduces overhead.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
And you certain things you in my opinion, you just want that human element.
Depending on what it is, you're absolutely right.
You can't. There's no price on the human element on certain things.
That's true, but it can be reduced with technology.
Yeah,
in so many different facets,
Right.
so many different angles.
Right.
I'm gonna switch it up because we've been so serious and dropping this knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk some football, which is Squeak.
There you go. There you go.
I got to, but I'm gonna keep it. I really want your insight because, I played football in the high school level, middle school level. So that's what, like the 80s, 80s, mid 80s.
Mm-hmm.
High school was the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you played football. We've had conversations about that as well. So you know the difference between the way the game was played back then.
Yeah. Yeah. So for me, I played from grade school to high school.
Mm-hmm.
So grade school to middle school, I was that dude.
I already know.
I didn't grow after that.
It's all good. It don't matter.
When I got to high school, the first year I played in high school, the coach wouldn't give me the equipment. He was like, man, we got to get your father in here to give you permission because you were so little. I was like 100 pounds.
I got you.
100 pounds. My father was like, man, he playing.
Yeah,
That boy,
why are you even talking to me?
Yeah, he you ain't got to worry about him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he box, he does this. I ain't never got to worry about him. But the game has changed so much because the athlete and the technology has changed so much. You know what I mean? The technology of the equipment. Because when I first played, we had them big old shoulder pads.
Look like blocks.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, big old shoulder pads, big old helmet.
Yeah.
You know, and everything like that. Now everything, man, is smaller now.
Yeah, it's tight.
lighter.
The way it's created, manufactured.
It fits more like your clothes.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So, you know, the game has evolved because of, you know, technology, athletes. I'm not going to sit here and say that this athlete couldn't play in this era or vice versa, because
I feel you.
certain athletes, they're going to be that dude
regardless,
or that woman,
yeah,
no matter what era.
I agree 1,000%. For sure.
I completely. Venus and Serena is going to whoop any woman in any era, wooden rackets or not.
Correct. Or graphites and all the stuff
all
they do.
that stuff.
It don't even matter.
Right.
Yeah.
But football is changed to, it's more of a, you know, we all know it's more of an offensive game now.
Definitely.
You know, and everything like that. But they had to change it.
Yeah, because the way we used to play it, people probably be dead.
Oh, man, the way we played, oh, man, I never heard of the word concussion.
Correct.
It was your bell rung.
Correct.
Saw a couple
that was part of progressing through the game, is to knock folks out.
Yeah. You got your bell rung. You was like, man, all right, you went back to the huddle. You like, man, hey, somebody, you good? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, you see 3, hey, stick to the one in the middle.
You know what's interesting, and we probably had we've had brief conversations about it. From the college level, you've got the NILs now. Mm-hmm. You know, they even got them in high school now. Mm-hmm. And you had a transfer portal. Mm-hmm. You know, we talking about college football, and, you know, do you feel that with the transfer portal being, it's going to have to be regulated at some point. They're going to have to do like they did us back in the day, but it's hard for a school to get chemistry, ain't it, Squeak? Like,
man, you talking about,
I'm tired of this shit. Transfer portal.
Yeah, exactly. and then you're going to have to pay for this kid.
Correct.
I'm going to have to pay $50,000 for him. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to have to regulate it some kind of way, because it's going to take away the excitement from NCAA. See, the excitement for me, this is just for me.
No, I get
NFL,
it.
I like the NFL.
Me too.
But to me, what was exciting was watching youngins that play football from that middle school era to college, because you got confidence in yourself during that time.
Correct.
That's when you see the youngins, they striking.
Correct.
The way they carrying themselves, the way they throwing the ball and all that. Yeah. So when you start, the NBA is messed up. So all you got to do is look at basketball. You're going to know where the NFL is going. So when they start bringing all this, what they got for basketball, for the leagues.
Oh, you talking about the G leagues and the like the. You got the pretty much the NBA, the G leagues, like the.
No, I'm talking about the leagues that the little youngins are in.
AAU?
Yeah, the AAU.
Yeah.
So when you look at the AAUs and stuff like that, it messed up the NBA. Because now all they doing is playing games and they're not practicing. I don't care how many games you play, if you're not practicing. Okay, look at the European players coming in.
Yeah, from Europe, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They practicing. They got fundamentals.
Correct.
When you look at Luka and all them dudes is at fundamentals. You cannot beat fundamentals. You take baseball and you take the fundamentals out of baseball, you're going to see some bad baseball.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So by paying...
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? By them doing that, you're making the kids like, all I want to do is play games. Right?
Man.
So when you see what happened to the NBA and basketball and college and everything like that, if the NFL's not careful, it can become that same way. Because now you're not learning the fundamentals. Can you run a route? Can you run all the routes?
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Can you read a defense? Do you know how to read a
know
defense?
what?
Or are you just out here just
And that's
just
a very
doing it?
good point. And now I know we flipping and we going back and forth between sports, but you made a very good point. And that's why the transfer portal is going to take away one from chemistry if athletes continue to transfer, right? Ain't no limitation. They can get up and slide.
It's slide in
You know what I'm
anytime.
saying?
And you need that chemistry. When you playing team sports, you need chemistry.
Exactly.
And from my experience of playing sports as an individual and as a team,
correct.
there's nothing more than football as a team sport. Because
I'm telling you.
Because you need your defense,
Yes.
you need your offense,
Yes.
you need your special team.
Yes.
This is
Indeed.
It's a 52-man roster, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You need all 52 men to get to the Super Bowl, including your practice squad.
Oh, definitely.
And your backups.
It's correct. That
You know
is
what I'm
a
saying?
fact.
So you need everyone. See, basketball, what you got, 11?
Yeah.
Really, you worried about your 5.
Correct. But them other, everybody that's coming off the bench need to be utilized.
Yeah. You talking about, man, I need everyone to be clicking.
Correct. At all times.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to have that chemistry. The center has to have the chemistry with the quarterback on snapping.
That is very true.
The field goal holder has to have the chemistry
With the place kicker.
With the
Yeah,
place
field
kicker.
goal place kicker.
And the center.
Across the board. Yeah, exactly. Off
You know
the
what I'm
rip.
saying?
I'm going to switch back up on you. Musical. Music. There was a trend that was started. Me and you spoke about it. You spoke about it real early in the game. I was like, damn, that's dope. Where you had heard certain hip-hop artists starting to do live performances with orchestras. And I've seen a couple of them pop up now. We talked about this a long time ago, Squeak.
Right.
Do you feel it's going to get saturated? Do you think it's going to have some longevity? Or you think everybody going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do the orchestra next. I'm going to do the orchestra next.
Everyone wants to do it. And the reason why I got into the orchestra.
It's dope, though.
Yeah. The reason why I got into the orchestra, because it was done, I saw it done correctly, in my opinion.
Correct.
It was 1998, I believe it was.
Strong.
And I was watching, I think I was A&E. Because when I watch TV, it's always, back then was A&E, Discovery Channel, and stuff like that.
Correct.
So I think it was A&E and Metallica did a performance with the Seattle Symphony. That joint was so hard. But you can tell that they rehearsed. They put it together. It made sense why these cello was doing what it was doing, the violin section. And the
back end was structured.
Everything was
Practicing.
structured. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, okay, we're going to just play along with this beat that's already done.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Overstand.
And then in
Yep.
the screen, they had a screen that was a video, so it went along with the music. When it's done like that, man, hip-hop could do it and
Forever.
do some amazing things with it.
That's beautiful.
But just playing the orchestra with the beat is just like...
Yeah, it's got to be a little bit more
So
structure and
that's what
composing. What do they
And,
call the guy? The conductor.
The
Like,
conductor.
all of that needs to be done.
Yeah.
Rehearsals.
Yeah.
Not just throwing it together.
Yeah.
That's what I'm taking from what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, producing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think there's certain producers out here. I'm gonna tell you, I would like to see
Yeah.
Dr. Dre do something like that.
Correct.
Raphael Sadiq.
Correct.
Even Dallas Austin.
Correct.
Pharrell.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas and Pharrell. They have a music background.
Correct.
Playing in the band.
Correct.
I think I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna tell you a producer. In my opinion, who doesn't get enough credit, or I think would be creative enough to do it. That's JD.
Dupree. Yeah.
I watched him. Not personally. I didn't watch. I watched him personally do some stuff, but I watched a video on him where he vocally produced the Clark sisters.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, man, he for sure. He to do that. Hey, that's singing right there.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So,
with the producers that you selected, and you made a very powerful statement that most of all the producers that, I want to say all of them, but you tell me if I'm wrong, but they understand music, the notes of it,
yeah.
writing it, writing music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They understand that part, and I think, and for me, you have to know that to be creative.
Correct.
At least, okay, I'm gonna tell you someone who I like that didn't know anything about music, but he learned it. That's Barry White.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you look at, if you go back and look at him, he was composing the orchestra.
Correct.
He taught himself how to play the piano. He taught himself that stuff.
Correct.
But when you're able to do that, if you go back and you listen to Barry White, that was an orchestra in R&B music. And when it's produced right, that's where you get those sounds. You know what I'm saying? When you listen to him and you hear those strings on him, you like, dang. Like Barry was a bad dude.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So,
I don't know. I can't dig that deep. I just know the final product to my ear.
Or listen to when Quincy Jones was doing Frank Sinatra. When he was dealing with those big bands.
Correct.
You know what I mean? But once you learn it and you know how to produce it, I can only imagine hearing that heavy bass sound with a Dre and doing that with that.
Correct.
Man.
Epic.
Yeah. And then it's the same thing with Raphael Sadiq.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So there's a few other people. Those are just the ones I just named
off the top. I know you already know Drummer Kill It.
Drummer Kill It.
You already know that.
Drum
Y'all
is
two
different.
together with the concept?
Yeah, drum is the problem. Drum got the cheat code with it because he comes from the orchestra.
Exactly.
So he understands it. So
overstands.
Yeah, so drum will be able to do hip hop, rap. Because drum can go into the thing about drum.
Yeah.
Drum can go into Afro, hip hop, spoken word,
correct,
classical, R&B, and what he did for Keisha Cole's on. Oh my goodness,
boy, man!
And he did that with I want to say, can't remember. I think it was maybe a 6 or 7 piece. You know what I mean? Drum is. He can hear something and then change that thing up. And you'll be like, he did that? You know what I'm saying? Because people are so used to just some trap stuff or something like that.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
You don't walk the journey with him, so you have
did that?
Yeah.
So in my opinion, I may be biased. I picked out older producers and the young.
Of course.
I'm going drum all day.
I already know. But you've been in the game so long, you have been able to really, like, real lifetime, hear them.
Yeah.
From the start of Noontime all the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And drum makes it easy to work with him.
I definitely 1,000% agree.
He makes it easy to work with him.
Correct.
And drum has no ego.
Oh man. Yeah.
There's no ego.
Without a doubt.
At all.
That is correct.
His work ethic is like no other.
You are correct. Yeah.
Round
the clock.
Round the clock.
Actually, just like your work ethic.
Let me tell you something.
Monday through Sunday, right?
Let me tell you something that's crazy about drum, man.
Yeah.
So I went to go meet Chris Hicks and B. Cox. Mm-hmm. They had a group named Bella. I guarantee you, if they had came out, they would have smoked every female group. It was so dope. They were so dope. So Chris was like, "Man, hey, I need drum." This is during right before the Jeezy era. Right?
Okay. What roughly? What was that year? What 07, 06?
No,
or was it later back?
That was like.
Help me.
That was like.
Early 2000.
05.
Okay.
05.
All right, before 07 then.
Yeah, it's before
okay.
07.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's about 05.
Dope.
So he's like, I need drum. I need to get that drum, man, about this and this and this, man. Can he do us? Him and Brian was talking. And so when I met up with them, they was like, they want a drum to come in, do some beats and everything. I called drum. Boom. What's up? Man, look, man, I need you over here. Session, I think it was the next day, tomorrow. I need you to be there. I think it might have been like 6 o'clock, something like that.
Gotcha.
I need you to be here today. Man, I'm on the road, man. I just pulled up in Memphis, man. About to work with Ball and G.
Correct.
I told him straight up.
Turn around.
Turn around. You need to be here. So I was explaining to him the situation and explaining to him what Chris was doing and everything like that. And he knew of them, but at the time it was still early. He didn't know exactly.
Well, he's going to gravitate towards a crib.
He said, man, Squeak, I can't be there at 6. I can be there at 7. Ooh. He said, man, I'm going to stop and give me something to eat, and I'm going to turn around.
Strong.
That man just drove 5 hours.
Yeah, for sure.
Got something to eat, and came back. That by doing that and coming to the session, building a relationship with Chris and Brian, got him his publishing deal.
You know
that's just one instance of his work ethic. Like me and this dude done drop us down, flew to LA.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And be like, man, hey, man, we got enough for a hotel, this and that. Turn that joint into a project.
Ooh, that's the beautiful thing. I think the key part of you telling that one instance is relationship between two brothers, both business and brothers, right? May not really understand it, but y'all was poor.
Right.
Okay, it's this. God involved all in that, spirituality, faith. Everything is involved in that to make it turn around and then come back
and do it.
Bam.
And see, where you have to give Drum credit at is the level of trust he had in me. Because none of it is possible if he didn't trust me. You know what I'm saying? So the level of trust he had for me.
Correct.
And people got to understand.
He had faith in you too, Squeak.
Definitely.
Faith come with and trust come with faith.
Faith, right?
Yeah, he had
what
faith.
People don't understand this.
Still do.
You know, being in charge of someone's career it could be stressful.
You damn right.
And you got to understand which you don't want to make a mistake. And you want the person to know, the person to know that you, for me,
correct.
I'm letting you know that I'm going to put you in the best possible position for you in your career.
Exactly.
Period.
Yeah.
Like the best position.
Yeah. This one, the way we went through this is this going back to that question I asked you about the personal. Right? And how you went into business, you can't take it personal.
Right.
Now, you might take it personal because you think you want to be here, but me and you doing this.
Right.
So I'm going to put you in the best position, so don't get frustrated.
Yeah. So, you know? And the thing about Drum,
and the faith.
Yeah, the thing about Drum is, it probably ticks him off sometimes, is, and what works for us, we know our lanes, we know our roles. And
Correct.
what ticks him off is, he wants me to do more of the visual, to be on front. And I'm like, I don't want to be on front.
You told me about this.
I was like, dude, I don't. So people will be like, I done been in situations where people were like, man, hey, can you do this interview? I was like, nah, but you can interview the superstar. That's the superstar.
Correct.
I'm not the superstar. That's the superstar.
I got the first exclusive Squeak action.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who you should be asking about, not me.
Correct.
I don't have anything to say.
Yeah.
That's just me.
It's
You know
a
what I'm
lie.
saying?
You got a vault up there.
But everyone has their lane and what they
I
they
feel
know,
you.
you know
I
what
feel
they
you. And what your comfort level is, you know.
And my concern was never about me. It was always about drum.
Correct.
My first priority and my first concern
Correct.
was
You the
drum.
engine, you the V12, the V16.
And when I say that, it was had nothing to do about the money. It was all about putting him in the right position for him.
I get it.
To win and to fulfill his dreams.
But you very similar to me is that I had to get on Front Street when it came to the strip club stuff.
Yeah. Some things you got.
Then when I started the clothing brands, who they gonna talk to? They got to talk to me.
Right.
In reality, I'd rather be a V16 under the hood. You don't never see me till you need me.
Right.
You pop that bad boy open. That's how everything moving.
Right.
You know, that's really how I've always been. But it's better. I've learned over the years that people still need to have conversations with people who help business and keep things in structure. And you got a lot of jewels that we've shared today on Chop Talk.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to help a lot of people if they pay attention and listen and apply.
And comprehend it.
Because we learn till the day we die.
Yeah.
And apply as we learn daily.
Yeah. You're right about that. And the journey that Drum and I have had in music and in life, and because we've seen so much in our lives, personal,
correct,
and business, to where he's cool with my family, and I'm cool with his family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. His mom, his dad, when they come in town, I'm straight over to the crib visiting. You know, my sister, my brother, Kennedy, him and Kennedy, they like. That's like big brother and little sister.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He was at the hospital when she was born.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
That's very strong.
Yeah. So
that's how it should be.
Right. Yeah. Right. And it wasn't nothing pushed.
It organically it happened over time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's how most long-term longevity relationship that last the test of time, they develop that way.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, long as we get more of those, and like you said, having more of those and bringing everybody together to create that village, that foundation that's needed.
Right.
We can do some powerful things, Squeak.
Yeah, we definitely can.
We're already doing powerful things.
But we need to learn how to take that thing to the next level by doing it correctly.
Correct. And together.
Yeah.
If it can be done. Isn't it? I ain't going to say if. I don't like the word if. When it's done that way.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. I always ask this question in closing, Squeak. Based on your journey in life, from childhood all the way to now, the ups and downs, the highs and the lows, what advice can you give to any man or woman to stay the course of their purpose? Might be at the lowest part of your life or the highest part. Sometimes we get real tweaked when we get too high.
Right.
We get too low, we feel like we can't make it back up. What advice can you give any man or woman to stay the course of their journey and to continue to push through all the adversity, all the bullshit? What advice can you give a man or woman based off of your journey to get through it?
Consistency.
Correct.
Anything else, in my opinion, anything else you say is people be like faith, okay? All right.
You should already have that. That's a part of it.
But you have to be consistent in your faith.
Definitely.
Without consistency, man,
without consistency, you basically gave up.
No, I wouldn't say you gave up. You just saying you're doing it. Because giving up is
consistency can't exist.
Yeah,
if you gave up.
Like consistency to me, it's like without consistency, it's just like I don't work out. I train.
Correct.
The difference is training is being consistent at what you do. Work out, you just did something today. Don't mean you're gonna do it tomorrow. It opens doors for other things. So when that door shuts, this one opens.
Correct.
But that door would never open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're absolutely
because
correct.
there's certain things. I'm gonna show you an example. Some of the deals that I've done, right?
Correct.
Was because of me being consistent at something, right? For me to meet this person and continue to do what I was doing 4, 5, 6 years later, 10 years later. They see me still doing, okay, he be on point.
Yeah.
He be on point.
Yeah. And that's a very good point you brought up about having the clothing going with the strip club. I had the entire time from when I started all the way through it, the clothing never stopped. But
think about this.
Here's the catch-22 is the clothing was never bringing in enough. It was bringing in enough to be a brand extension, another stream of revenue.
Right. But see, this is when we can go into to a whole lot of other things.
Correct.
Because me,
yeah,
I would have went in straight women's clothes.
Yeah.
I already got the models.
Yeah. See, and we never had this discussion.
Right.
I sold so much. Me and Stitch Doctor was doing so much custom gear for all of the entertainers.
No.
I had a line moving in that joint.
But see, and this is where
I was in the strip club managing this shit. I had clothing moving.
If I can get some entertainers as clients, that's cool.
Yeah, but it's got to be bigger than that, of course.
Right, because we go back to the word consistent.
Yeah, definitely.
You see, the average Joe is going to be consistent coming and buying clothes from you.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So, during that time, it could have been like, that's where you have different folks around you, having those conversations.
Didn't have enough people.
And that's where we as brothers, we don't do too many powwows.
Exactly.
Sit around, breaking bread, talking about the different things.
Especially we having that conversation then. Me and you having that conversation then.
Yeah.
It automatically happens.
Right. So when you have that conversation and everything, you just breaking bread. You know what I mean? And those conversations. Oh, you got this, man. Shoot, just man.
Shoot,
do
I
some
got
jeans.
Such and such.
Yeah, do some jeans, man. And you got the models.
Correct. It be need them extra hands you need because I think we talked about this earlier. You're only good as the people around you. Man, but when you try to take it on, solo dolo, crash and burn.
Yeah. And it's not even you hit a point. You're only as good as the people around you. You should have people around you that's challenging your growth.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
And
it doesn't mean that has to be your best friend.
No,
it doesn't mean this person. And that's where we make the mistake that I heard people. I don't do stuff with new people. I only deal with people. You can't grow that way.
You're right. You're right.
You know what I mean?
Especially if just
I'm not looking.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be your best friend or whatever.
Correct.
People that challenge your growth, and we all should have
constructive criticism.
Right.
That helps growth.
But at the same time, you need to have people around you. When I say challenge your growth, that you should be able to look at and be like, I admire what they do.
Definitely.
It's not you trying to do the same business they're doing or the same thing they're doing, but let me, step up my stuff. It may make you want to go learn a new trade, and that's what I was speaking to a group of people. Man, we was talking about college, and we was talking about my daughter going to college. And everything like that. And we had the discussion when she was in middle school.
Correct.
And, I was like, you ain't going to college if you ain't doing certain things.
Correct.
And people was like, why would you say that? I said, man, so you want me to spend a certain amount of money and she's not going to make that kind of money? I'd rather you just go take
that's a whole nother
topic.
I'd
rather
right
you
there.
just
wow.
Yeah, pick up a trade.
Get me started on that. We're gonna have to
revisit
revisit that. You brought up college and.
But my point of saying that is be around people. Be around people that encourage you to level up.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Yeah. May make you want to.
I really agree with you 1,000% on that.
Make you want to go take up a trade or start a business or you know what? And I'm gonna tell you another thing that you might be around, some people, and you be like, man, he real with his woman. He done married her. He done done this. Let me chill out. I'm out here wilding. I got a good woman. Let me chill out. But when you're around men like that, that would take you to that level.
That's the behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you wild and it's that behavior, but if you hanging with reputable, well, I ain't gonna say nobody's not reputable, but hanging around those type men that are in that space,
you're not
in their
growing.
life.
You're not growing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it goes back to what you was asking about the spirituality.
Correct.
That's growth in everything about you.
Definitely.
And if you, one thing that's not growing can destroy everything that you built.
Miss a lot of opportunities by not making those adjustments.
Yeah.
And growing.
Right.
Yeah.
So, by not doing that, you can blow put a hole in the whole ship. Sing, Titanic.
Correct.
Playing that cello and the violin music while you sing.
Man. So let me ask you this, Squeak. I'm going to ask you this because you said this earlier, but let people know where to tap in to your real estate renovation company, any social media platforms that you want people to be able to tap in to follow up. Let them know.
Oh, man, I got to think about it. Okay, my construction is Watkins Construction Design.
Correct.
And then my social media is Mr._Squeak.
That is correct. That is correct. Y'all
And
make sure.
if you didn't get it, man, just go follow Drum and
it's over there
it's
too.
over there too.
Exactly.
I know y'all know where drums is. So.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, Squeak, man, we're gonna wrap it up, and I appreciate your time, 1,000%. Because I know Squeak, y'all don't understand. Squeak ain't trying to do this. I love you, man. Appreciate you.
Champ. Man, hey, thanks for the invite, man.
Man,
and wanted
it's
to sit down.
therapeutic for me, Squeak, man.
Yeah, I mean, it is, and at the same time, man, it's like these conversations, they build up a lot of different things, man.
They really do, man.
You know what I mean? And it's good to see something, see you doing what you're doing.
I appreciate that.
Where we keep using the word pivot.
Correct.
And and everything like that, to see you do what
growth.
you do. The whole growth thing,
Man,
everything.
You drop some jewels a day. I don't think they really understand, but they gonna see. This is Chop Talk episode 13 with my man Squeak. I appreciate you, dog.
Number 13, lucky number now.
I'm trying to tell you, we live.